Now it's time to submit our lens. Now lenses can only be submitted through Lens Studio, so make sure you have your project open inside Lens Studio. And then up here in the top left, click on Publish Lens. If you have not signed in to a browser with your Snapchat account, you'll be prompted to sign in. Otherwise, you'll be brought straight to this submission screen. If you don't see this business lens option, that's okay. This is only if you've been added to someone's ads account and you're creating and uploading a lens to run as an ad. Most likely, you'll only have the community lens option, and that's okay. Select that. Now we can either submit a new lens, or let's say you need to update an existing lens. You can overwrite an existing lens with this new lens. You won't lose the stats, it'll just change the lens. Now in my case, I'm going to submit a new lens. So we have our icon, we have the name, our preview video. If we want, we can change the preview from here. Let's go ahead and add some lens tags. Now, lens tag is useful when people are searching for lenses. In this lens, I used a grain overlay, but let's say I didn't use the word grain in the title. Here in the lens tags is where I could add the word grain to help people and Snapchat know that my lens has grain. So I'm going to add the word purple because I kind of added a purple hue to the lens. Now, the scan triggers is not quite as straightforward as a tag. Now, if you have the Snapchat app open, you can actually hold your finger down on the screen, and that will trigger the scan function. Scan will use machine learning to recognize objects in the scene. Based on what it sees, Snapchat will suggest maybe different mini games or lenses. Now, if you click on this drop down, you can only see 5 options here: dog, cat, animal, person, food. But if you start typing, you can actually see that there are many more scan triggers. So just feel free to add a few things that you think are relevant to your lens. Person might be a good one. If it's for like a selfie, you can add up to 3. Now, there's no guarantee that your lens will show up with that scan trigger, but let Snapchat know, hey, this might be a good lens to include, and then the app or Snap will decide if it should be included with those results. Now, the last thing to check here is just the visibility. Public means it will show up on your profile and be visible to everybody. It can be searchable. Hidden means the lens is usable. It just won't show on your profile or in search. Then offline is basically it's deactivated. The lens exists, but no one can use it. Once you're happy with all the options here, just click Submit Lens, and you'll get this little message, and you can go to Manage My Lenses. Now you can see our lens here is in review. Once it has been approved, you will receive an email to whatever email address you have associated with your Snapchat account, and that will let you know if the lens has been approved or rejected. Now, usually a lens is rejected if you haven't followed the submission guidelines, or if there's some technical fault with it, maybe a script isn't working, but usually lenses are approved. And once your lens is approved, this little button here will become active, and you can click that to copy the link to your lens, and then you can share that on different social media platforms. You'll also get the link in the email, and you can click that, open up the lens in your Snapchat, and start snapping away.